Scream at the top of your lungs if you need to. I promise I will come running. Oh my god, this is so sad! What the hell? Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. Fritz is Fritz. So in the last episode we finally revealed, or it was finally revealed, that Fritz is cursed, and it's confirmed that he is Varg, and Mythros is the one who cursed him. Like, I saw that coming. But it was more specifically more on his terms rather than Alcaster, because he wanted him to follow the orders of his father and whatever. Anyway, Fritz still doesn't know that he's cursed, and we still don't know what kind of curse he has. I'm putting my money on Little Red Riding Hood because of the wolf and whatever, so we'll see what happens. Also, Lucette kind of ditched the Martian because she's pissed at everyone there, so... Princess? Why are we here? He doesn't remember anything about last night. I guess his memories must be truly separated from Varg's. I've been trying to remember my memories, but it feels like they're slipping through my fingers. Why would you talk to me, Princess? I feel so bad for him! If I said or did something wrong yesterday, I'm sorry. You did nothing wrong, Fritz. He was the one at fault, not you. He? When I open my mouth to tell him about Varg, I find that words are stuck in my throat. I turn away after a few moments, the gloom settling back into my shoulders. But after hearing what Varg said, I do not have the courage to tell him, not yet. You think Fritz is a great honorable knight? Well, if you think that's true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then you know what? I wouldn't exist. I mean, Varg has a point to some degree. I think that is true. Like, it kind of like, I guess, manifests from his alter ego, because Fritz is a very nice guy. Like, I think we all know this. He's a very nice guy. He's too innocent and too naive. So, obviously, his alter ego is going to be the opposite of that. A very, like, asshole type of guy who's, like, very, confident and in charge of, like, the situation. Unlike Fritz, he's very meek and, like, you know, submissive. Especially to Lucette. But with Varg, he's, like, the opposite. So, I think, yes, it has to deal with his personality, but I don't think it's technically... there's evil in Fritz. I think it's just Mythros is like, hey, we'll just play off his personality and, like, switch it around. That's what I think. Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, Princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. This curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. Why won't you look at me? Have I been a fool to so blindly trust Fritz all this time, too? Princess? Princess, you were here! Oh my god, the snake's back! Sir Mythros, the preparations are complete. You are now free to enter your old home. Sir Mythros pushes the open to the gates and we walk through. I take a deep breath and then follow after him. I have so many emotions inside of me right now that I cannot even bring to praise through them. Before I take any more steps forward, Fritz's fingers curls around my wrist. Princess, what is happening? The look in his eyes is familiar. He wears the same concern and worry for me that he always does. He seems to be every bit of himself, but he is no longer the same person to me. Going home, Fritz. I pulled my arm away out of his grasp and followed Sir Mythros into the palace without looking back. This is kind of bad, because it's just like, one hand... Oh, Chapter 6, Resurrection. One hand, she's trusting the snake, and then the other hand, she should be trusting Fritz more, but you can't exactly do that because you don't know when Varg is gonna appear. Apparently he appears at nighttime, but, like, I don't know. Tell me the story again. Do you never tire of that story, love? Please? Well, since you asked so nicely, once upon a time there was a queen who had a daughter. That she loved very much. That she loved very much. But the kingdom the queen ruled was cruel and a mean place. The people were liars and thieves, and it was terribly dangerous. The queen knew that the kingdom would never be safe for her beloved daughter if she didn't work to change it. So the queen worked day and night. With magic! Oh my god. Hush, dear. So the queen worked day and night and used her magic to take the bad people's energy from them so they couldn't cheat and steal and lie. And the queen made sure that the energy would stay with her and her beloved daughter, so nothing could harm them ever again. And the queen and her daughter lived happily ever after. Oh no, that's kind of sad. Just telling you the messed up story. Anyway, there are 2 days remaining until my 18th birthday. I have been living in the palace for the last few months, and while it is not expected, it is still not so dissimilar that I'm uncomfortable. I get to stay in my own room, and I am served the same food as the occupants of the palace, only now that I'm not expected to share my meals with the king and his family. It was strange that nobody ever asked who I am, not even the king. But that didn't matter. Wait, what? Really? What's important is that I'm back in the palace. So maybe Mythros did something. Maybe he cast another spell, or maybe he hid her. That could be a thing. Only a witch like Sir Mythros could have orchestrated all of this. Magic was all I needed to bring you back here. Convenient, isn't it? Who exactly are you, Sir Mythros? What is a witch like you doing here in the palace? I am your mother's faithful servant, your highness. But I do not recall ever seeing you here until after Mother passed away. Ooh, well, whoa, wait a second, he wasn't there? I thought he was there the entire time. Huh. I did not work within the palace at the time, but once your mother passed, I took the job here to fulfill her wishes to protect you. I was consumed with worry when you disappeared all those months ago. I suspected immediately that you were cursed and that the Lucia spirit had acted to keep you concealed from me. If only you could understand the relief I felt when I learned that Fritz had found you. How will you prove to me that you're not like the people at the Martian? That you will not lie to me and betray me? Sir Mythros kneels in front of me and places his hand over his heart. I made a promise to my queen that I would give you my undying loyalty, princess. I would protect you with my life. Him saying that does little to convince me that I can trust him. Everything that I am doing is in service of my queen and my princess. So what it is that Mother requires me to do? Patience. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise. Like, again, I know Lucette doesn't exactly trust this guy, but how can you listen to this guy when you're asking him, like, hey, what did my mother want me to do? And he's like, it's a surprise, don't worry, it's nothing weird, or creepy, or bad, like, really? Sir Mythros claims that he is my mother's faithful servant. That should be enough reason for me to trust him, but I'm still on edge. What is the surprise he has in store for me? My thoughts drift back to the occupants of the Martian. They keep saying that they had cared for me, yet I didn't hear from them at all. Even Rod, who lives here, I barely see him, and Fritz. Since I returned to the palace, I have been seeing less and less of Fritz and more of Varg. In the beginning, I continually asked Fritz about his memories of the specific days, of the times when he was Varg. Fritz never seems to recall anything. He just smiles at me sheepishly and told me that his age was probably making his memory worse. Wait, how old is this guy? He's not that old, like what? Fritz isn't even that old, yeah. Since then, things have changed. I no longer bother asking Fritz about things he surely does not remember. Fritz does not remember anything related to Varg. Yet Varg retains all the memories as Fritz. Huh, that's interesting. That's weird. I figured, like, he wouldn't remember anything either. Oh, okay. I know I should tell Fritz about Varg, but it is fear that he would not believe me, but also something much worse. I am worried that whatever is inside Fritz will only lash out at me, the part of him that Varg came from. If I were Fritz, I would not be able to believe it either. I look forward to the shelf of my dolls, unable to shake my feeling of disquiet. The dolls are the same as always. Their glossy gazes focus on nothing and everything. It looks so empty without... No, I do not miss her. Yeah, she does. Dolores is her favorite. Do not miss anyone. Right? The sound of footsteps pulls me out of my thoughts. Wills is wandering the halls at this time of night. I am unable to retain my curiosity, and the emotions soon drive me from my room out into the hallway. I gingerly follow the footsteps ahead down the hallway and see that there are two familiar people. Sir Mythros and Sir Alcaster. You're grown patient. 2 days an insignificant amount of time that we've already waited so long. I've been waiting for years. The princess is safe and will continue to be safe, just as you've been required. Our agreement was clear, Sir Alcaster. I will not help you until after the princess turns 18. I remember the sort of aid you had requested of me. What prevents us from killing Gennaro now? A small gas escapes from my mouth and I'm able to muffle it in time, despite the fact that I hold my hands up to my lips, keeping myself from shouting. I stop breathing even as my mind whirls. Kill the king? Why would Sir Alcaster and Sir Mythros want to do that? The sound. You're gonna try to distract me. I like how he didn't hear anything. What did we lose by acting now? We could lose everything if we act too hastily. I think it would do you good to learn some patience from your son. Varg. Sir Alcaster. Varg, what a pleasant surprise. Mythros smirks as Varg just stands off to the side of the two men, his expression solemn. I trust that you have tamed Fritz? What are you talking about? You have not noticed, even when your own son is being overwhelmed? Varg is gaining control, slowly but surely. Oh, wait, that's interesting. So, wait. Is it like he doesn't change like on purpose? Like he has to fight Fritz in order for Varg to like stay present the entire time? Is that how that works? He no longer has to wait for Fritz's consciousness to descend into sleep. In a few weeks, perhaps even days, Varg may be able to help us during the day. Then why is it that I only see Varg at night? If he can act during the day as well, what will happen to Fritz? I hope you're not trying to avoid your mission and staying here. How curious. Perhaps Fritz is stronger than you think. That weakling, don't make me laugh. I just find this extremely boring. Varg shrugs before walking away. How interesting. Do not approve of his methods. What would you have me do to improve him? He completes every task you give him. He is softened. Well, let us see if he completes this task. Then we will know for certain where his loyalty lie. As Sir Mythros and Sir Alcaster begin to walk away, I exhale. I feel a slight shudder when Sir Mythros stops and gazes behind him, his eyes wandering to my hiding spot at the end of the hall. My heart thumps loudly in my ears as I wait to hear him leave. The wind has a bitter chill to it tonight, like ice. I don't like him. He's trying to be clever, what a dick. Mythros turns on his heels with a slight twitch of his lips before he disappears. I make my way back to my room in a daze. My whole body feels weak when I eventually get onto my bed and crash down on feeling it numb. They may kill the king, but why? Sir Alcaster and Sir Mythros are two of his most trusted advisors. That's the only more reason that you would suspect them more. What could the king have done to make them to desire his death? And why does Sir Mythros want to wait until I'm 18? What happens then? Does this have to do with anything with the gift he was talking about? Does Sir Mythros plan to use me for something? I clench my hands into fists and exhale sharply. I think of the other things that come up in the conversation. They said that Varg might be able to act during the day soon. Does this mean Fritz will disappear? My breath catches in my throat at the thought. That's what I keep thinking, like he'll eventually be gone. Princess? There's no need to look at me like that. It's my job to know you, Princess. And right now, I know something's not right. It's your job to protect me. Knowing me is a very different thing. Princess, please, perhaps you should worry more about yourself. My job as a knight is to protect my charge, to put their life before mine. If I can't protect you, how can I call myself a knight? Fritz reaches out as if to touch me, but I shrink away. Do not touch me. Sorry, Princess, just please know that I'm always here for you if you need to talk. If Fritz disappears, what will happen? I almost jump when I hear someone shouting just outside my door. Quickly, Emmeline! Broad? I quickly stand up and move towards the door, pulling it open to catch a glimpse outside. I end up opening the door to Rod's face. What are they doing? He comes at the abrupt stop and glares at the door that blocks his straight path. His hand is outstretched as if he's meant to reach for the door. For my door. Rod? Emmeline? It's so late. What are they doing out of their rooms? Rod's fingers tightens over Emmeline's hand. They both look exhausted, and Emmeline is on the verge of tears. What's happening? Rod considers something. Before he finally comes to the silent conclusion, his eyes glare right into mine. Get out of the way! Rod's voice is colder than usual, even for him. Emmeline's eyes widen as she stares at him in shock. Rod, but I thought... This isn't the time! Ah, so here's where the rabbits escaped. Varg? Wait, were they telling Varg to, kill them? What? Varg is slowly making his way over to us, his posture relaxed, expressing indifferent. He does not even look winded. Well, this is a complication. Oh no, oh no! Okay, I'm gonna help them because I feel like that's the first thing we should do. I don't think Varg is gonna hurt Lucette, right? He can't. Is this the mission Sir Alcaster was referring to? Rog tugs at Emmeline's wrist to prompt her into motion, but the two of them are too slow. In one swift movement, Vargas circled them and trips Emmeline, toppling her onto the floor. Varg moves forward to grab her, but before he can so much as touch her, I jump into action, pushing Varg from the side. I move to stand between Emmeline and Varg. I can hear Rod helping his sister up, but my eyes are trained on Varg. What are you gonna do to them? Why do you care? Why do I care? Because I know this isn't something Fritz would do. Varg hesitates, giving Rod time to act. Rod throws a vial that breaks upon impact onto the floor. It releases a cloud of smoke that envelops everything around it. I feel someone's fingers on my wrist, and then I am being dragged away. Ooh, we got a smoke bomb, okay. When my vision's clear, I see Emmeline standing before me, holding my wrist tightly. Come on! What was that? It's something Lady Parfait made for our escape. Our escape? Did you really think the Martian gave up on you? Aww! I know Rod has beef with, Lucette, but that's nice. We must move. We run towards the palace tunnels, a place that I have not visited in many years. I thought they barricaded this. Not quite. Do you think we lost him? No, not yet. Emmeline turns to me, her eyebrows drawn over her eyes to look of sympathy. I'm so sorry you got caught up in this. I know that we all meant to escape together according to Rod, but we were not expecting it to be like this. It's difficult to get a hold of you with Varg hanging around. Oh, that's why he was avoiding her, just so that it doesn't look suspicious. Okay, I get what you're doing now, Rod. But thank you for what you did back there. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have your help. I'm suddenly uncomfortable speaking to her, so I turn to face Rod instead. Oh my god. What does Varg want with you? My best guess is that he wants us dead. That can't be. How else would you explain the way he came after us, Em? But why would he want you dead? Rod's bright eyes seem fiercer in the darkness of the tunnels. I think it must be what his master wants. After all, dogs only respond to orders. I'm offended, Prince. You know, I know they were supposed to explain everything, but why were they standing in the tunnel when they're supposed to escape to the Martian? You waited there and Varg caught up. Like, what? You! I whirl around, dread rising in my chest as I turn to look at Varg, who is slowly catching up to us. That was meant to be quick. Varg looks at me, his eyes glittering with amusement. But as always, you complicate things, Princess. I cannot hide as much as I am trembling, but I still hold up my arm to protect the siblings. Go. Not without you! Go now! Come on. Oh my god, Lucette's saving them! I turn back to Varg as the two flee. My body tenses as I wait for Varg to move. I will stop him, or at least buy them some time. But Varg remains still as a statue. He remains rooted to the spot. I have no idea how long we stand there, frozen in place. You never cease to amaze me. So, what's gonna happen now? Were you going to kill them? He's not answering. Does that mean I am right? Is this what Sir Alcaster ordered you to do? Why else would I be here if not for an order? Why would you want to kill Rod and Emmeline? And why does he want to kill the king? You overheard quite a bit, huh? Probably a little more than you should have. The tension in the air becomes palpable, and it becomes harder to breathe. Varg's fingers tightens on his cane. He wouldn't hurt me, would he? Varg moves, and for a few moments I am frozen with terror. There's a word that I had forgotten long ago suddenly comes to my lips unbidden. A word that Fritz once told me before. Aduva? Is that how you say that? I don't know. Whoa! This time, it's Varg that freezes. He raises his cane, but never comes down. His eyes are widened even though he hasn't moved. Suddenly, he looks as if he's restraining himself. I can see the struggle on his controlled expression, and then I realize that he is trying to stay in control. It worked? I remain still for a moment, my mind racing. Ooh, we're bringing back Fritz! Varg drops to his knees and I see the shadow forming beneath him. Tendrils of darkness snake up his body, beginning to engulf him. This is what happened the last time when he changed back into Fritz. There's still awareness in Varg's eyes, however. His gaze is cold and accusatory. It remains the way even the shadow creeps their way up to his face. I find my feet again and rushing past Varg into the depths of the palace. I run, too frightened of what I might find if I look back. Huh. Are you alright? If you truly are worried for my safety, then you should have told the king how unsafe it is for me to leave the palace. Isn't that a nice job, Sir Fitzgerald? Do you have a little faith in me? What? Don't you trust me to keep you safe, Princess? 3 years ago, when I swore that I would give my life to yours, I meant it. I still do. I would never let anything harm you, ever. Perhaps I need to make another promise to you, Princess, so that I may ease your worries. Remember this carefully, okay? Aduva. What does that mean? It's from an old language that no one speaks anymore. It's what people used to say when they were calling for help. Something to call when I need help. If for any reason I am not there and you need me, just say the word. Scream at the top of your lungs if you need to. I promise I will come running. Oh my god, this is so sad! What the hell? A knight would never break a promise to his lady. Trust me. I have to go. No, Fritz! I have been awake for hours, unable to sleep. I stand in my window waiting for anything to happen, but all is still beyond the glass window pane. Hey, I know, how come wait, I'm just wondering why Lucette didn't go back to the Martian. I know she's mad at everyone, but I would figure she would go with Rod and Emmeline to figure out, like, what's going on. Okay, well, I have no idea what I ought to do. What is gonna happen now? Should I tell someone? I return to the palace because my room still feels like the safest place, but why am I here Why am I here? Because I feel I need to tell the king what happened? Because I hope that Fritz will return? Don't even know if the king is still here. I still haven't seen him at all. My hands instantly reach out for my necklace as I realize that there is an additional piece. I look down and a small gasp escapes my lips when I notice a new piece. Oh wait, did we just get that? Oh, okay. When I notice a new piece of the glass slipper. A new piece of the slipper? But how? What was my good deed? I remember the night I helped Rod and Emily escape. Oh, okay, that's probably, she protected her step-siblings. That was a good deed? Princess? Oh no. Fritz? I have been looking for Prince Ron and Prince Emlyn. Have you seen them? My eyes are beginning to sting. I'm startled when I realize that there are tears burning in my eyes. What's wrong? Varg is gaining control slowly but surely. He no longer has to wait for Fritz's consciousness to descend into sleep. In a few weeks, perhaps even days, Varg may be able to help us during the day. Can I even trust Fritz now? Fritz looks at me with worry clear on his face. He draws closer to me, his hands reaching out for me. What? What? He just changed like that? I pull back immediately, my breath caught in my throat. Oh, okay, she's just I was about to say, what the Princess? For a moment, I just saw Varg. What's going on? Will he believe me if I'm straightforward? Something's been wrong ever since we returned to the palace. Princess, please, Fritz clenches his hands into fists. His face twists into obvious pain. Please, let me help you. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I need to save. Oh no, this is so bad. Like, oh no, why? Why Fritz? He's such an innocent person. Damn it. Okay, like, I know we're supposed to, like, hey, it's Fritz, he's the one who, I know he's genuine about this, but we have to doubt him. I know we have to, because Varg is gaining control much easier, so even if we say, yeah, sure, Fritz, Varg is gonna appear and be like, oh, I got you now, you know what I mean? So, this is so, what the hell kind of rude is this? This is so sad, I gotta doubt him. I doubt you can. My chest begins to ache, and my heart feels heavy. You'd never believe me. There's a certainty in Fritz's eyes that I've never seen before. He looks at me with fierce determination. Try me. I sigh and rub my hands over my eyes. You're cursed. His stance is all the response I need. I knew this would happen. I knew he still wouldn't believe me. Princess, we talked about this before, but what exactly are you seeing that makes you so firmly believe that? I am worried. Will he really listen to me? You are cursed with the alternative personality, a cruel one. I've known him for months now. Varg, well, you, Fritz, were going to kill Rod and Emlyn last night. He reaches out to rest his hand on top of mine, on the windowsill. His determination is still dwindled into uncertainty. You don't believe me. I do believe you, Princess. I can see it in your eyes, Fritz, you doubt me. I do not doubt you, Princess, I'm just confused. How could I not know of the existence of an alternate personality, or about a curse inflicted on me? I pull my hand away from him and cross on the other side of the room, so that my bed acts as the barrier between us. But Varg knows you. How is it possible that Varg is aware of you when you do not even know he exists? I begin to pace, my emotions whirling. And how am I to trust you when you won't even trust me? I knew you weren't going to believe me, and how can I be so stupid to think that you would? Princess? He begins to move towards me, and I stop him in his tracks with a single glare. Don't! Silence descends upon the room. When I finally look at Fritz again, the man I am seeing is a stranger. Gone is Fritz that I once knew, and standing in his place is nothing but a shadow. I thought that he'd be different, he'd show me much kindness and pretend to care, and yet... Mother was right. Mother was always right. I feel dull ache in my chest, and I turn on my heels to look away from Fritz. This is what happens when you trust someone. This is what happens when you begin to believe that in others. No! This is so sad! What is this? You can't even trust this guy because he's gonna turn into a maniac! I gasp when I feel strong arms wrap around me from behind. I can feel Fritz's warm breath against the back of my neck. It sends shivers tumbling down my spine. Let me go, Fritz! No! I order you to let me go! But Fritz only tightens his grip. While the warmth embrace is suffocated, it's oddly comforting. Sorry, Princess, I cannot be ordered to leave you like this. I swore an oath to you, and made a promise to myself that I would always stand by your side. No matter how much you push me away, I will always be here for you. No, Fritz! Why? From the day I was assigned to you, I saw how much you suffered. That is why I will protect you with everything that I am. I bite my lip and struggle to keep myself from crying. How could I trust Fritz's word when Varg has done nothing but to suffer to everyone around me? But it seems like I have also been the one to cause you so much pain. He loosens his arms until I am no longer within his embrace. I suddenly feel cold and empty, but I do not move towards Fritz again. His voice is very soft when he speaks again. I'm sorry. I do not look up when he leaves. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. How could I have forgotten that? No, this is so bad. This is so sad too. I don't like this route. What the hell? Like, Fritz doesn't even get a chance to, like, you know, like, defend himself from his curse. He's just screwed no matter what. What? Anyway. If I had been able to have my way, I would not have left my room at all. After everything that has happened, I do not think I want to know what Sir Mythros' request is. I am worried about this so-called wonderful gift he wants to show me. Perhaps he is meant to kill me, along with the king. Surely I should be more alarmed at this empathy. Yet for some reason I only feel numb. No! Varg is back! Do not acknowledge Varg when he enters the room. Princess? I'd ask what you're thinking about it, but it's written all over your face. That, and I happen to have memories of it too. Poor princess, your knight in shining armor turned out to be less of a hero than you thought, Stop it. Hurts, doesn't it? Well, I did tell you. I wonder why you're so surprised. Varg, you... I think you're annoying our Princess Varg. Mythros' presence for once is actually a relief. Oh my god. He bows to me, but I no longer believe the smile on his face. Princess, you have the most sincere thanks for agreeing to meet me at such late notice. What is it that you want to show me, Sir Mythros? Actually, answer me this first, as it has been troubling me for some time. Why do you want to kill the king? I see we have much to talk about. Let us walk and talk, if you do not mind. I do mind. Can you just answer me? Sir Mythros looks at Varg. Do not disturb us, Varg. Varg disappears back into whatever shadow he emerged from as Sir Mythros and I make our way back into the hall. So wait, does Varg just, like, you know, show up from the shadows? Is that what he does? Is he a shadow man now? It seems my suspicions were correct. You did overhear Alcaster and I the other night, didn't you? Well, you know, if I'm being honest, they were talking out in the open. Anyone could have heard them, not just Lucette. Princess, I must assure you that I have nothing but your best wishes at heart. It is not that I wish to remove your father from power. That is Sir Alcaster's desire. This is what Durin spoke of all those months ago. Did she discover Sir Alcaster's motives only to be discharged from the order as a result? Why did you agree to help him? I required Sir Alcaster's assistance for certain things. It was manually beneficial decision for both of us to work together. But do not worry, I have never intended going through with your father's murder. Is that why you were delaying him until after my birthday? Sir Mythros' smile is almost genuine. My princess is wise, just like her mother. I realize that Sir Mythros has led me into the secret tunnels. Are you taking me now? My princess is also impatient, just like her mother. Stop saying that! The imprudence of this man. You said Varg answered to you, but also carries out Sir Alcaster's orders. It was Sir Alcaster's desire to take over Angielle as cleanly as you could. He sought to accomplish that by killing all those who had claimed the throne. So Rod and Emmeline. But I was never going to let him kill you. In exchange for ensuring your safety, Sir Alcaster required, among other things, a servant, so I provided him with one. Sir Alcaster needed someone that could remain close to him, hidden in plain sight, so to speak. Also requires that they have the skill of a trained knight. Sir Fitzgerald was capable of guarding you, my princess, but he was not capable of carrying out Sir Alcaster's other orders. But why go to such lengths to curse Fritz? Princess. Sir Mythros focuses his intent gaze on me. Something dangerous and bright shimmers in his eyes. I shrink back. Any threat to your life has been removed. Besides, I am under the impression that your loyal knight would be happy to sacrifice part of himself in order to become the perfect guardian. What do you gain from doing all this? I require something from you, something only you can provide. It is something that I have waited for, as you need to be 18 in order to give it to me. I have been preparing this gift for a long time, my princess. It is a gift of resurrection. I will bring back the queen. What? Will you help me? Okay, bitch, Mother is dead, so I don't know what you're talking about. Mother is dead. Only in name. Mother has been dead for years. If she had been alive, I would have known. Your mother sustained great injuries during the Great War. She needed time to heal. Then where has she been, and why would she pretend to be dead? Why would she leave me alone? Your mother is sleeping, and you're the only one who can wake her. Why me? My princess, you were the heir in more than just the kingdom of Angielle. Queen Hilda was the bearer of the Crystalline Tenebrarum, one of the 2 crystallines of Angielle. What? As her daughter, you were in the- Yo, wait a second, this is interesting! I like how Mythros is the one telling her about the history of her mother, not Delora Parfait. This is new. As her daughter, you were the next bearer. You are destined to be a great witch, just like your mother. My mother, a witch? Possible. It is the truth. You were so young then, my princess, and the world was so cruel to you. Why do I not remember any of this? My queen sought to protect you and shrouded your memories of the pain and you suffered at the hands of humans. Is this why people of Angielle despise and fear me? But once you return 18, you will inherit the full abilities of a Tenebrae bearer. With that power, we can revive your mother. Is this not what you've been dreaming of ever since you lost her? I dared not even dream this was possible. For so many years, all I wanted to do was for mother to return to me. But now, no, I cannot falter. Mother was the only person I could trust. Still, she is still the only person who loved me. I have to make a decision. Tell me what I must do. Ooh, since we don't have the influence of Delora Parfait, she's like, okay, yeah, I'll revive mother. Oh no. Sir Mythros smiles and steps aside. Beside me is a large rusty door. Come with me. Wait, is that the mom? Whoa, wait, what? Whoa, oh no. Mother! She is still beautiful as today she became one with the Tenebrae. Sir Mythros reverently strokes his hand across the Tenebrae as if he's caressing mother's face. Ew! Stop, dude, what are you doing? The last 4 years I have come to visit her as much as I possibly can. But I cannot wait to see her beauty grace the halls of this palace once more. Sir Mythros turns to me. Place your hands on the Tenebrae. Wait, before I do this, Sir Mythros, you said that you have no desire to kill the king. Yes? Swear to me that you will not allow Sir Alcaster's plan to succeed. Swear that you will protect the lives of the royal family. I do not wholly understand why I'm asking this of Sir Mythros, yet a part of me feels compelled to do so. I may not see them as much as a family, but they have done nothing to deserve death. My princess, swear it! Very well. I swear I shall not allow Sir Alcaster to kill any of the royal family. Uh-oh. The clock tower chimes, the bell echoes in the chamber, the sound of dull and eerie. Sir Mythros' eyes flashes as he gestures his hand wildly. Now, princess, now! Oh no, are we actually gonna get the mother out? What? Ooh, I feel so... Oh! Okay guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm so sorry, but like this recording is going on long enough. I have to end it here. Oh my god, are we freaking seriously gonna bring the mother back? I mean, this is so interesting because it's so different from the other routes, but dude, I didn't think she would come back. Ooh, I'm so excited now. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Cinderella Phenomenon, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe to join the companions, and if you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos for Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Please let me know in the comments what you think is happening with Fritz. Like, do you think we can save him, especially if you haven't played this route? And what do you think about bringing the mother back? Damn, I actually kind of like this part now. This is actually really good. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye! Whoa! There's nothing there. It's only you. What? Is everything fine? While his fingers tease the edges of my... I widened my legs in anticipation, and he uses the opportunity.